I told you yesterday on the show that the Tucker Carlson hour on Fox News lost about half of its audience in the week after Tucker Carlson's firing. Not hugely surprising. People are tuning in for Tucker, right? I mean, when I go on vacation, we lose about 50% of our audience as well. The funny thing is that every guest host that they seem to try over there seems to just go worse and worse and worse. This one is really funny. Yesterday, the latest attempt at Tucker's replacement is a guy named Lawrence Jones, who's worked at Fox News for some period of time. He arguably did the worst job of anybody so far. He interviewed Asa Hutchinson. Asa Hutchinson is a Republican candidate. He's a former Republican governor, Republican candidate for president for the Republican nomination. His campaign is totally dead on arrival, but they interviewed him anyway. Fine. The interview lasted 8.5 minutes. The interviewer, Lawrence Jones, spoke about half of that time. More than 4 of the 8.5 minutes, Lawrence Jones was speaking, often yelling over Asa Hutchinson. And he tried the "why are you running" sort of gotcha. And when listen, I think the policies are stupid and they're bad policies, but Asa Hutchinson is naming the things he did as governor, which Republicans generally do like. And Jones tries to short circuit it by saying, every Republican does that stuff. And it's sort of like, well, what do you want me to say? I did the things Republicans like. Listen to this humiliating attempt at an interview.
Role of the state. That's fair.
That is spin. The Republicans have said what their position is. I understand that you are for free speech and all these other issues. And like I said, respectfully, sir, I understand that you're for economic freedom and all that. Those are the typical Republican positions. And that would work back in 2008 or even 2006. But there's a different Republican Party now. And when I ask you the question, why are you running, it seems like you're opposed to all of the things that the modern day Republican Party stands for. What do you say to that?
Well, I disagree with that. I lowered taxes in Arkansas. That's a Republican position.
Again, the typical Republican talking point.
I created surpluses.
Most Republicans have that
Lawrence, you've got to listen to me as well. You've got to listen as well. We balance the budget. That's what Republicans do. We lead in this country.
Yeah, but did you make fun of a disabled reporter? Do you pretend weightlift to attack trans people during your rallies? That's what the party wants now.
Conservative principles, and whenever you're looking at our values, I stand second to none in terms of fighting for pro-life values and conservative values. Look at my record, Lawrence,
Governor,
and you'll see that.
I just went through your record here, and as I said, and I gave you credit, for the normal Republican positions, you're right in line. But this is a new Republican Party. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
All right. Not exactly a conversation. I believe that the search continues for a replacement for Tucker Carlson on Fox News. If you're curious, you can check out that entire interview. The good news for Lawrence Jones is almost no one is watching Fox in that time slot anymore. So not that many people saw him humiliate himself. It's hard to determine who's less ready for prime time, Lawrence Jones or Ron DeSantis. And what he did is he wanted to impress, I guess, his bosses. So he came out ready to fight because fight is good. But when you just talk over your guest and you speak for half the interview when you're supposed to be hearing the ideas of the other person, it just doesn't really work very well. And I expect, we'll see what the numbers look like by the end of this week. I expect that this week's Tucker ratings, the formerly Tucker ratings, will be even worse than last week. So Fox News certainly has some problems on its hands. I'm not too worried about helping them solve those problems. And if you're curious what this interview looked like, we'll have the clip on our Instagram, which you can find by searching Instagram for David Pakman Show. We're going to take a quick break. So much more to discuss with you today. One of our sponsors is Shortform. Shortform makes the world's best guides to nonfiction books. And not only does Shortform summarize each nonfiction book itself into key points that you can cover in just a few minutes, they have all sorts of interactive exercises to help you apply the ideas to what you've read to retain more. The guide to each book also includes intellectual insights, comparing and contrasting the book to other prominent books about the same topic so that you can contextualize the book and understand the controversies and the disagreements. They also have books across every nonfiction genre, from economics and politics to science and health. I was recently checking out James Clear's Atomic Habits on short form. Of course, they have the guide, but they also have highlights. They also include other similar books about habits and developing a routine with differences and similarities. Super, super useful, and a lot more than just a summary of the book. There are new guides and articles released every week, and short form is giving my audience a free trial plus 25% off a subscription, which is a $50 value. So for the price of a book per month, you get access to thousands. Go to shortform.com/Pacman. The link is down below.